Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Bridge coming to you here today. A little bit of an update on the video that went up this morning, but I filmed last night at the end of Monday Night Raw. This morning, WWE did announce the March to WrestleMania 32 match between Dean Ambrose and Triple H for the WWE Championship. They did change the name of the pay-per-view from March to WrestleMania live from Toronto. Now it looks like it's going to be its own sort of show. I don't know if it's a one night only thing or if this is going to be a new pay-per-view. I think everybody saw with the switch up of Extreme Rules and Payback. I'm guessing they're keeping both pay-per-views. They're just switching the order which they're going to come in, which does make a little bit of sense. I always liked that after WrestleMania, they always had, oh damn, what was the name of that show? I forgot it last time I was talking about it, but it made a lot of sense. Because it was like, you know, you were getting the, Backlash. You were getting the Backlash of WrestleMania. And, you know, I don't know if you really want to have a pay-per-view, but, you know, like have I don't think you want to have, you know, two pay-per-views in the month of March. I think that's the one good thing about WrestleMania is that you get a build-up of you know, of the feuds that are going on. You know, the guy who wins the Royal Rumble is going to be going up against the championship, and then it gives you time to make you really care about the WrestleMania matches, and that's the one thing I really like about it. But you know, Triple H versus Ambrose is going to be the main event of this show. I don't really know what else they're going to do on this. They can't really give away a lot of the matches, and the one thing I don't really like about it is that Roman Reigns was promised a championship shot for winning at Fastlane, and now Dean Ambrose is just jumping in line, and now he's got a championship shot, even though he didn't win the match at Fastlane. He didn't win the Royal Rumble. You know, he is hot, and he is a well-liked guy, and there's a lot of people out there who think that Ambrose should have won at Fastlane. There's a lot of people out there who think that Dean Ambrose is more over than Roman Reigns, and that Ambrose is a better character and should be the guy at WrestleMania getting the spotlight. And I don't think WWE is you know, righting the wrongs of Fastlane. I think they're just trying to sell a pay-per-view, trying to sell tickets to this show, which is probably sold out. I know Ravi and Justin are going to this show. But, you know, I definitely don't think anybody in the world thinks that Triple H is going to lose this match. I don't think that anybody thinks that we're going to get a champion, a new champion at this Roadblock show. I think that it's just going to be build up for something in the future. I would be really surprised, but the first thing that came to my mind is you keep Roman Reigns off of television for another week. You don't have him on SmackDown. You don't have him on Monday Night Raw, and then on the 12th, during the match, at one point, that is when Roman Reigns will make his return. And, you know, basically, you do it in a time in the match when Triple H is sort of down, and Roman comes in and just kicks his ass. He gets his payback for what happened on Monday Night Raw, when Triple H came down after his match with Sheamus and basically just cleaned house with the guy, hit him with the ring bell, got him all bloodied, and then hit the pedigree on top of there. You just redo what he did at TLC. You just have it be an ultimate ass whooping. But then it's always in the back of his mind, you know, well, it's always in the back of Dean Ambrose's mind that Roman Reigns cost him his WWE Championship shot because he came down there and got interference in the match, and that's how Triple H ended up winning and kept the championship. And, you know, Ambrose wants to know when he's going to get his shot. And then you always have this jealousy factor going on in the back of Ambrose's mind. Even though he's going to WrestleMania, he's going to fight Brock Lesnar. You have him beat Brock, and then you also have him show up with that. Is that basically, you know, WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns had his shot. Dean Ambrose stayed out of it. And, you know, it had to be his fight, and he couldn't do it. You know, and Dean Ambrose was able to go to WrestleMania 32. He was able to beat Brock Lesnar, and he was able to beat the guy that Roman Reigns wasn't able to beat. I think that really builds a whole lot to the Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns feud, which is going to be happening sooner or later. I don't know when Rollins is going to be coming back. I don't know when Cena is going to be coming back, but I definitely could see in this year, as soon as the Triple H feud is over with Roman Reigns, whether if they go, you know, just WrestleMania or if they try to do the whole, you know, Triple H versus Batista, and make it into like a 3 pay-per-view feud. I think people were into Batista at WrestleMania 21. They had rode with him through Evolution, and you know, they were there. But I think by the time Batista beat Triple H 3 times in a row, especially in the Hell in the Cell match, I think that everybody could tell that this was the guy and this was the future, and we were moving on. I don't know if that'll work, but I mean, definitely when you think about a 3-month feud, for a lot of guys, it's always like, you know, the bad guy will win the first match, the good guy will win the second match, and then it always comes down to the third match. But with that Batista feud, it was Batista, Batista, Batista. You know, they drove it home that this is the guy. And maybe Roman Reigns beating Triple H 3 times in a row, when you do it, you know, WrestleMania, Payback, Extreme Rules, maybe that'll get it in there, and they'll get it down, because everybody knows that the Roman Reigns era is coming. Dean Ambrose, I think babyface or heel, I think that he's going to be a fan favorite with a lot of people, just like Randy Orton. Randy Orton at his high points has always been a heel in WWE, and he's always sold a lot of shirts, he's always sold a lot of merch. You know, people like Randy Orton, and they don't care what he is. I think that's going to be the same thing with Ambrose. Ambrose is going to have his fans, babyface or heel or anything about it, but it's going to be fun. Roadblock, this is going to be March 12th on a Saturday. I can say hopefully I can get off on time that day. I'm guessing that it's going to be a normal pay-per-view time where it would start at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, and we'll see what goes down. Roadblock. You think it's a good show? I'm not 100% sure. It makes me think of Breakdown from the In Your House years. So, we'll see.